Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations unto all the Akim, you brothers preaching this word in truth and in sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And shalom also unto the hopeful elect, you sincere believers scattered wherever you may be. All right, the title of this one today, Lord willing, is going to be Play the Hand You're Dealt, or play with the cards you were dealt. And I asked chat, right, what the idiom means, and I compiled some precepts, also along with the help of chat, to kind of just go into it, all right, because it's something, and it's something that stuck with me too. A brother had said a while ago, and I forgot if it was an elder or maybe an apostle, but it was along the lines of we have to learn how to play injured. And really it's on the same concept, as far as just playing the hand that you're dealt. Right? Basically just enduring and taking it on the chin, for lack of better words, the circumstances that you're in or that you're dealing with, and taking it cheerfully, as the scriptures say. And actually, let me open up with that, and then we'll go into the chat. All right. And it's easier said than done, but it can be done through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, who gives us strength. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 4. It says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate." And we have to understand too as well that low estate is only temporal. It's only for a time and season. Just like things fluctuate, that too is going to fluctuate. Hey, the state that you're in. You're going to have your highs and you're going to have your lows. But whatever is brought upon us, take it cheerfully. All right? Because at the end of the day, whatever is brought upon us, it's all coming from on high. It's all ordained from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It's sanctioned by the Lord for it to happen. Now, we may not know why in that particular moment, but we could pray on it, and then, you know what I'm saying, as you're going through it, see what you can learn from it, and then looking back when you're past it, when the Lord gave you that way of escape, you can see like where you could benefit from that situ that you were in, but let's go into this. It says, play the hand you're dealt means you work with the situation, resources, or circumstances you've been given, even if they're not ideal. And that's the key point. Even though they're not ideal, things have to get done. All right, our duties still have to carry out. Hey, and even when we do our duties, our duty to do, hey, what the scriptures say, let us say we're unprofitable servants. Just keeping that humble mindset, like, hey, you're just carrying out your profession. You're just doing what needs to be done. Not bragging about it, but you know what I'm saying? Taking pride in what you do and giving effort, but it's not on a prideful stance, you know. Always remaining humble and meek. All right, but it says, even if they're not ideal, rather than wishing things were different. Yeah, because, you know what I'm saying, we got to be grateful and show gratitude. Because it could always be worse. It could always be worse. And really, whatever is brought upon us, it's deserved. All right, as the scriptures say in Micah 7, verse 9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. And 2 Maccabees 7:32 says we suffer because of our sins. So we're all worthy of death from the sins that we've committed in this life or in our past lives. And God knows what we've, done in our past lives. But know that we're being chastened from the Lord, and He's counting us as a son, not as a bastard. So we could glory in that. We could be motivated in that sense, knowing that, we're counted as sons. Despise not the chastening of the Almighty, And we should be embracing it. And speaking first and foremost unto myself. But it says, continuing on in this, it says it comes from card games. You can't choose your cards, but you can choose how you play them. It says in real life, it usually means adapt instead of complaining. It says make the best out of a tough situation. Focus on what you can control, not what you can't. Example, if someone didn't grow up with advantages but still works hard and succeeds anyways, they're playing the hand that they were dealt. Or playing the hand they were dealt. But yeah, man, just locking in, bro. Because really, we can't control what we may go through, what pops into our head. All right, the Lord is ultimately in control of all. Okay, but we can give effort, and not give up. And pray unto the Lord that He gives us a spirit of strength, of courage, of bravery, of valor to continue in serving Him to the best of our ability. All right, but let's get into the precepts. All right, this is we'll go to Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 11, and I'll start at 10. It says, Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. It says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do with thy might. So do it with power, or with your power, to the power that the Lord has given you. It says, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. So basically, giving 100%. All right, even when you don't feel like it. And we brought this up in camp, maybe it had to been some weeks ago. But it's like, you need to get in the gym. Just using this as a real life example. Like or a carnal example. You need to get in the gym. You're tired as shit. Your body's sore. You may have worked all day. But you understand that to get to the look, aesthetic, health, more importantly, that you want to get to, your goals, you need to get in the gym. Even if you don't feel 100%, go. And then when you do go, you may not feel good per se going in, but you're going to feel a hell of a lot better leaving, knowing that you showed up, knowing that you put in the work. You're going to be more confident. All right, and just like this truth, man, and we get that sense of accomplishment, the sense of a relief almost in a way when we do the work, right? When we do something spiritual within our daily walks. All right, it's them little victories, man, that add up, that chalk up, and the Lord sees it. All right, but we got to do it with our might, and not doing it grudgingly or sparingly. Not doing it like, you know what I'm saying? Not being in that spirit, but being like the apostles always going into, being on fire for this truth. All right, but verse 11, Ecclesiastes 9:11, it says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. Neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to the men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. Okay, so this thing is about endurance, you know. This thing is about endurance and about utilizing the gifts that the Lord has given you. All right? And that's the thing. The Lord could punch our ticket at any time. So, and he could return at any time. And what does it say? The scriptures say, we'd rather be found doing upon his return, loosely paraphrasing it. Okay, so from there, let's go to Galatians. Let's see what that says. Galatians 4 and 5. It says, it's the one I wanted. Salakia. I think this is the one I wanted. Salaki, bear with me. This is Galatians 5 and 6. It says, For in Yahushua HaMashiach neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but faith, which worketh by love. You see, circumcision is according to the flesh. All right, but true circumcision, the of the heart, you know, is what matters. And it says, but faith, which worketh by love. All right, and love is an action word. All right, put into use, basically obeying Yahweh Bashem Yahushai through faith, having that belief in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, because you show, hey, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's how you show your love, is by doing what the Lord commanded us to do. All right, it says, ye did run well. Who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth? This persuasion cometh not of him that calleth you. A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. All right. And that's the thing, we have to be mindful as well, that we're preaching the correct doctrine. All right. That we're coming in spirit and in truth, serving the Lord in spirit and in truth. Because you'll see time and time again with these other camps, they say one thing and then they spiral, or it breeds confusion. You know, they say one thing one week and then months down the line, years down the line, they're saying another. All right. And can't be like that, you know. Salakia. So that's it there. Oh, and that's the thing as well. I want to make that point. All right, because at one point that ye did run well. All right. They were enduring for a moment, but then eventually, what? They lost faith. That they strayed away from the truth. They lost faith in the hands in them cards that they had. They felt like they couldn't win the hand, or they felt like they, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't deal with the cards that they had. When at the end of the day, hey, the Lord is in directive our steps. So there's going to be some that fall out according to prophecy's sake. We understand that. But we don't want to be on that level, or we don't want to fall onto that side. So what do we got to do? Fear the Lord and continue to pray onto him, that he keeps us in a right frame of mind, that he keeps us with the Holy Spirit, you know? Again, that little leaveneth the whole lump. All right. But from there, that was it there. Let's go to the book of Romans. All right, because we had quoted it earlier. Just knowing that, you know, different trials, tribulations, the circumstances, the different work shifts you may be put in, the different women you may encounter that's giving you headaches, headaches. All right. Or different just people that come into your life, that come and go. Or different car situations, family situations, son, daughters, you name it. Let's read it. Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to his purpose. And the Lord called us into this thing according to his purpose, for his doing. Our lives aren't really our lives. Our lives are indebted to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We're in debt to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We're living for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So that's the thing. You know, whatever thing that may be disturbing you, or, you know, coming against you, know that it's working for good. All right. And understand we have to suffer. We have to suffer in this truth. That's what we signed up for. All right, but eventually, you know, all this is going to pay off. You know, that the little chastisement we're going through now is going to be worthy to be compared to the glory that we're going to be receiving in the kingdom. Lord willing, we be them first fruits. All right. It's all going to pay off, bro. And Lord willing, we're going to be protected in times to come for being faithful to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, and we'll end it off with this, is Revelation 2:10. Beautiful precept. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. All right, so we may get rounded up, put into concentration camps, or, you know what I'm saying, ran down by this devil. Fear not. Hey, play with the hand you were dealt. All right. And cast your cares upon the Lord, for he cared for us. But it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And what's being tried in that time? Your faith. All right. But it says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. That 10 days going into a complete cycle. You don't know, it could be more than 10 days. But we understand, hey, tribulation's coming. It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. Strive for the truth unto death, as the scriptures say. And the Lord shall fight for thee. But it says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And Lord willing, if we endure unto the end, we're literally going to have them crowns, bro. We're going to be that crowning ceremony. And we're going to glory, Lord willing, be joint heirs with the Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. And that's something that we look forward to getting delivered up out of this evil, cruel world, and, you know what I'm saying, living in a society, living in a world that's righteous. Man, we don't gotta work. We're not gonna be crying, not gonna be feeling pain, not gonna be aching. You know, all these different things. He's gonna wipe them tears from office. All right, but we gotta remain faithful and stay prayed up, man. You know, we're almost out of here. So with that, hey, Lord willing, this is edifying and exhorting unto you. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory again unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors again unto the apostles and the elders, great millstone. Shalom, Wa, Kwam Yasharala, Wa, Abad Ball. Soon.